Coming up on today's show, we visit the Majesty of the Sea ship live with Kathy, Rick, and Ken. They will show you the ship and answer any questions about it, as well as Royal Caribbean. Chali is back with us, and she'll be talking about the port of Galveston, Texas, and the best places to see and eat if you get in a day early from that port. We also have another photo sent in by you showing just how much fun you can have on a cruise. This is Cruise Week TV Live. Welcome to our Saturday show. We hope you had a great week and you are 1 week closer to your next cruise. I am Matt, and with only one cruise under my belt, I find the experts to answer my questions and yours about the world of cruising and cruise ships. We talk to tour guides, ship captains, cruise directors, and other avid cruisers to find out the tips, the tricks, and different ways to save you money to make your vacation dollar go that much further. Also, you can have more fun on your cruise vacation. First, I want to ask everyone a question. So type in your answers in the comments below or in the chat. I want to know, how many cruises have you guys all been on? And if you guys haven't been on a cruise yet, just type 0. Awesome. I'm seeing a couple 5, 6, couple 0s, 1s. Too bad. I've only been on one cruise myself, so yeah, we got a couple more coming up. So we will be putting your questions to our experts shortly. So if you want to ask them a question, go ahead and type them into the comments below or in the chat area, and we'll get to those questions shortly. So the Majesty of the Seas is the ship that our producer Bird went on over Halloween, and there are some great videos posted on cruising.tv. And you can look on the website, but today we have 3, dare I say, expert cruisers joining us live from the ship. Kathy, Rick, and Ken are all the admins of the cruising group called RC Periscopers, and they live stream the highlights of their many cruises on Periscope, which is a free app on Android and iOS. Majesty of the Seas is small by today's megaship standards, having had her maiden voyage on April 26, 1992. There were plans to sell her in 2016, but the company reversed its decision and decided to keep her in the fleet. The ship can hold an amazingly total of 2,744 passengers if every bed on every cabin was full, which is quite a lot of people. Hey, Kathy, Rick, and Ken, welcome to Cruising.tv. Does it feel like there's over 2,000 passengers sailing with you guys on your ship, or is it much more quiet?
I think at times it can feel crowded, and then other times it can feel crowded.
Yeah, I think, it's an interesting itinerary, right? We're in port most days, right? So a lot of people are off the ship today, so it didn't feel crowded, obviously, today. But, last night in some of the public venues, it was a little crowded, but nothing that's a little, the club is very crowded at night, right? When everyone's trying to dance, but that's
what we want it to be.
That's what we want it to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And no problem getting a beach chair or getting
a
table in the wind chair.
Yeah.
So that's usually the judge of how crowded it is, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of feel a little bit underdressed. All of you guys look so dapper. What's a special occasion there?
It's formal night.
Nice.
Tux and dress and suit.
So you guys are, admins on RC Periscoper. So a couple of people are asking, what is Periscope and what do you guys do with it exactly?
You want me to? Sure. So Periscope is obviously a platform that many people use to broadcast live. It's through Twitter. So most people that have Twitter, access all of their kind of followers through Periscope and put on live broadcasts through Twitter. So if you are on Twitter and you are broadcasting on Periscope, it puts it out right onto your Twitter feed, and everybody can then watch your Periscope videos. So it's something that a lot of people have started using on cruises now to kind of share their experiences and to get commentary and questions from people that maybe are interested in cruising and have never been on one before, or even for expert cruisers that just enjoy watching other people cruise and passing their time.
And Cruising Cat really deserves all of the credit. She really has taken the time to put this group together to capture everybody that we know on a Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines also, so that we have one place that anybody can go to see who's on any ship that you will be sailing on. So you deserve all the credit, Cruising Cat.
She does.
I want to congratulate you, Kat. You said you got over 15,000 different followers now, right? How did you
But we wish it
start
was
out?
1500.
1500, sorry,
Yeah.
1500 by mistake.
1,500.
We hit
How did all
1500
this
today,
start
so
out
we're-
exactly?
I had heard about Periscope, and the first person that I followed was on Allure of the Seas, and it was a cruise that I was going to be going on. His name is Andrew and has an _1720. And I really got into it because I was able to ask him questions about the Allure and, you know, where things were. And I was hooked from the time I saw that. So how I actually started, I wanted to help other periscopers find out about, you know, who's periscoping. So I actually started gathering a list and posting it on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I as Periscope is, I wanted to reach more people because the more people we can find Periscope, the better. So I, you know, I was like, well, how can I reach more people? So I, you know, did social media.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is the biggest platform that I can think of, and I did some research as far as if there was any cruise periscoping groups on Facebook, and there was not. So in July of 2016, I created Royal Caribbean Periscopers, and it was just me to start off with. And I was posting the list and sharing information on how to periscope, and just, you know, people started joining, and there was 100, and then 200, and then at 300, I brought Ken on, you know, because I was like, well, I could use some help.
So,
and then it just,
so you guys are both admins. What do you have to do exactly for an admin on Periscope?
well, they, you know, we have members that join because, I mean, it is a closed group, and, you know, we gather the members that we approve the request to join. We post information about Periscope.
Yeah. Essentially, you know, like any other Facebook group, we're moderating the content. We're making sure that nobody's posting anything that, you know, is questionable. And we're also looking at all the member requests to ensure that, you know, there's no fictitious individuals that are trying to join.
One thing we also do, we recognize our members. So when you do a great job on a scope, you have the opportunity to be the Periscoper of the Week, the Periscoper of the Month, and even the Periscoper of the Year.
Pretty prestigious titles. Kat, have you, I think you mentioned you gotten a couple, right?
What was the question?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
I think, did you mention that you've gotten a couple awards for Periscope before?
Yes, actually today we, on the cruise, we have a whole bunch of Periscopers with us, and Michael Poole was the 2016 Periscoper of the Year, and I actually put it to the members to vote. Usually we'll get our heads together and we'll figure out, you know, who we want to pick as the Periscoper of the Week and Periscoper of the Month. But, you know, being that the 2016 Periscoper of the Year was, you know, a big deal, I wanted the members to have a choice, you know, to have a voice on who they thought was the best person that represented our group in the year 2016, and the members voted for Michael Poole. His name is mpool3 on Periscope, and I presented him along with my two admins with a very nice plaque today, which I'm going to be creating an album that has all of the Periscoper of the weeks and the months and all of that in our group when I get back.
Nice. So we got a couple of questions coming in. The first one is from Ken Jordan. He asks, how would you rate the Majesty of the Sea? Pros and cons about it.
Well, look, I'm a big ship guy. I prefer to sail on the big mega ships. So when we were having this on Majesty, I was a little leery. I have been so wrong about that. This is an absolutely fantastic ship. And it's really because of the crew. The people that you interact with on a daily basis, everybody says hello. Everybody has a twinkle in their eye. Everybody wants to help you. So that just makes the experience better. So you really can't judge a ship by its size. You really have to judge it by its heart. And this ship has the biggest heart in the fleet.
It definitely does.
The crew can definitely make the ship. When we were on the Magic, it was such a great time because when I went to the bars and just different dinners, the servers and everyone remembered our names really
Right.
well, like every single time. And that's still startling to me that they can remember so many different people's faces, and it's definitely makes the ship as the crew. So we have a couple more questions coming in. They ask, oh, where was it? Is the entire ship remodeled, all the cabins and all of that?
No, there was a refurbishment in 2015, I believe, right? I think it was 2015, but it wasn't of all the cabins.
And then there is a refurbishment coming in next January.
Right.
They'll also be refurbishing it. I've been very impressed with the cabin that I have because it is fantastic and comparable to any like cabin in the fleet. So don't let the age of this ship and the age of the older ships really come into play. I remember Royal had a campaign a couple of years ago, and they said all of our ships are our best ships now.
Right.
And that's really the case. Things are updated, and there's nothing to worry about when you see it's an older ship.
Right.
Nice. I am really excited. I really want to go on a Royal Caribbean ship super badly, just because Bird went on one. You guys seem like you're having a great time, and I want to, display off some of my formal outfits there. I think it'd be cool to kind of fit in with you guys. We have Matt Hochberg asking, please ask Kat, what is a Gerald?
That is a huge inside joke in our community. And I'll tell you, Matt really deserves a lot of credit. Matt hosts a daily Periscope, and that's really how we all came together.
Yes.
So Matt, I consider him to be like our godfather.
Yeah, totally. That's where I got my start, is RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. It is, for anything Royal Caribbean, he has this wonderful site, from excursions to menus to anything that you would want to know about Royal Caribbean. That is like the most wonderful site to go to find out about anything Royal Caribbean.
I heard Matt is going to buy us for $10 million also.
Yes, the IPO.
So we actually have a couple Periscope questions coming in. This one comes from Rich. He asked, what is a Super Bowl cruise?
Again, there's so many inside jokes because we're just a community that gets together so much. Unfortunately, Rich picked the wrong cruise to go on. So he's in Puerto Rico going on Jewel when he should have been on Majesty. Maybe next year he'll be on the right cruise.
So we have Bob asking, what is the name of the cruise director on the ship?
Mo.
Mo
is the cruise director. He's fantastic too.
The hardest working cruise director in my opinion, in the fleet.
Again, the crew makes the difference. And, when you think about entertainment, the cruise director has such an important job, not of just hosting the shows, but also programming the entertainment, which a lot of people don't take into account. Right. So like tonight, it's formal night, but after it'll be Dancing Under the Stars. Yep. As we depart from Nassau at midnight, you'll see everybody up there having a fantastic time. All that happens because of the cruise director and the cruise director.
And the activities manager. And
Mo will be right out there with us too.
Nice. So, what type of shows have you guys been on there before? When I was on the Carnival, I tried to make to a lot of different shows. The cruise director, again, was like super involved with a lot of it. What type of little events do they have going on for the rest of the time that you're there?
We've got, they usually have like a comedian show, and, you've got your standard Royal Caribbean shows like the Love and Marriage show. We've got the Quest game coming up.
Quest Adult Game Show, right? And they had 70s. They have a 70s night.
All of the main theme shows that you'll have on cruises, they have on the short ones too. So it's really great. There's so much to do on these smaller ships. And it's just like being on the big ship.
So being on a smaller ship, does that mean you're only on it for a shorter amount of time? Or what type of trip days are you able to go on?
It depends. Smaller ships go on longer cruises as well. This happens to be a short cruise, but the Empress of the Seas is another Royal Caribbean ship that's much smaller than this, and it's actually going on some longer voyages. It's actually the ship that they're going to be using to go to Cuba. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be on a short voyage to go on a smaller ship.
And Empress was in port with us today.
And Empress was in port today, yeah.
What were your destination on your ship so far?
This is the first one, Nassau, and then tomorrow is their Royal Caribbean's private island, Coco Cay.
I love
this
Nassau. That was really cool. I flew
because
out there before.
And we're in Nassau till midnight.
Yep.
So that is, that's fantastic.
Do you have to be on before midnight, or does it just leave at midnight?
All aboard's at 11:30, and then once you get on board, everybody up to the pool deck for our sail away party. It's going to be fantastic.
That sounds pretty fantastic. We have Ken Lickwinko asking, how has Voom been performing?
Excellent. That's cooking, yo. Yeah, it's been great. This is the first ship I think I've been able to watch a Periscope on. So normally you could see them and not hear them, or you hear them and not see them. This is wonderful.
I mean, the answer to the question is we're streaming live on Voom now.
Right.
What is
Normally,
Voom exactly?
Periscope, but we can't watch Periscopes. The Voom is good, but to Periscope, and we can't watch the Periscopes, but we can do both on this ship.
Can you explain what Voom is for people that don't know, including me?
I didn't get the question.
What Voom
can you
is?
explain? Yes, please.
Oh, it's the onboard internet that's offered by Royal Caribbean. They've coined it Voom. It's very
nice.
Yeah.
Are you guys able to have Wi-Fi all around the ship? When we were on Carnival, we had very, very limited spots where we couldn't use a strong connection. How is it on the ship there?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
I like to Periscope at the shows. I like to Periscope in the Windjam. I like to
cabin
Periscope
tours
in the cabin and out on the balcony. And we're able to do all of that on this ship. This ship has absolutely fantastic room. Probably best in the fleet.
Best in the fleet.
Another reason to check a Royal Caribbean is to check out the internet. When Bird went on, he was telling me that internet was fantastic, so definitely keep that in mind for the future. So you guys are heading to dinner, I think, at 8:30, right? Can you tell us some about the food there?
I didn't look at the menu before.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't look at the menu.
It's probably lobster night, right? Because it's formal night.
It's formal night, so it usually should
probably
be
lobster and prime rib. Stuff.
Do they have a lot of restaurants on the ship, or what type of restaurant amenities do they have there?
So the Majesty actually doesn't really have any specialty restaurants on board. It does not have shops. It has Johnny Rockets, which was added on the refurb, but and then there's Chef's Table, which is kind of but they're going to be maybe putting in some on the next refurbishment. That's the rumor.
With Johnny Rockets, I think I was reading online about different types of drink packages. Can you explain what the drink packages are, and does that include Johnny Rockets?
I guess I can take that one. You've got the ultimate package. It used to be called the ultimate package. It's pretty much everything. It's called the deluxe package now. And then you have Royal Refresh.
So the deluxe package, the ultimate package, includes all alcoholic beverages and juices and everything. Then the Royal Refreshment
is waters and soda and juices and coffees. And then they have a water package where it's all the specialty waters.
Does that also include specialty places like Johnny Rockets and other different restaurants too, right?
So it includes beverages in all the restaurants, but Johnny Rockets has shakes, milkshakes. Obviously, it's kind of one of their famous things, and those are not included on the drink package.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So,
Kat wanted to bring up that obviously, if you have the drink package when you're in Royal Caribbean's private island, which we're going to tomorrow, you can apply it there too.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for drinks when you go on their private island.
That's pretty cool. Having their own private island of just Royal Caribbean guys, that sounds pretty luxurious there. I'm assuming a lot of the gear that you would try to rent there, is it all free to borrow, chairs, blankets, different things on there, or?
I mean, no. I mean, a lot of that stuff is, just like any other port, is through shore excursions, things like that. So you can, you can rent jet skis and go on snorkel tours and all that type of stuff. But it is all extra.
Yeah, but the chairs are free.
The chairs are free.
And Royal Caribbean has 2 private islands, actually. Yeah. We're going to Coco Cay tomorrow. They also have an area in Labadee 80, which is outstanding also.
So we have, so why would someone want to go on a smaller ship like the Majesty rather than a big mega ship? What are the pros and cons from a smaller ship versus one of the mega ships?
Well, I look at it like this. This cruise that we're on now only required 2 workday vacation, two vacation days from work. We left on a Friday. We'll be back on a Monday. We're
Mhm.
getting the exact same experience that we would get on a 7-day cruise, but we're able to fit it in. These cruises are also very, very popular for the people who live in Florida, who can drive to the port. And you know what? If you just want to get away for the weekend, this is a thing to do for the weekend. Guess what? You're going away for the weekend, and you're going to 2 different places. You'll be in Nassau till midnight and a private island. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
And for much less than the cost of even a hotel room for 2 nights.
Yeah.
You're getting on board and you're getting all the entertainment and all the food, so you can't beat it.
So what's the average price of like a 3 or 4 day cruise usually?
Well, you know, it ranges depending upon the type of room that you're going to have. I would say I saw some really competitive pricing for this one, probably like $4.99 for the inside cabin on a lower deck. And then from the high end, probably $2,500 for a suite for 2 people, depending upon what you want. But remember, you're hardly ever in the room.
Yeah.
It's really where you sleep and get dressed and
Yeah.
shower.
Yep.
On these cruises, you're going to maximize your time at the port, at the pool, in ports, having fun over this weekend.
I actually started in an inside cabin, and I was watching the price drops because Royal Caribbean will sometimes have price drops. I was able to upgrade myself to an ocean view, superior ocean view, which is a little bit bigger than like your cabin with just a regular ocean view. So as long as you kind of watch there, you'll have price drops, and you can always move to a different levels of cabin too.
Do you think it's worth spending a little bit more to get a larger room, or do you think going with some of the more standard cabins would be a bit more efficient for first-time cruisers?
Yeah, what do you think, Ken?
Well, it really depends on what you're looking for and what you can afford. Just being here, getting the experience is what's important. Some people like larger rooms, bigger rooms with more amenities, and that's fine. Some people are okay with inside cabin too. Guess what? Those people on deck 2 and in suites on deck 10, they're both going to be in Nassau today till midnight, and they're both going to be in Coco Cay tomorrow. So the experience is yours. If you can afford it, go for it. If not, come and have a fantastic time.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I know you have dinner at 8:30, so I'm going to wrap it up with a final question for you guys. So this one comes from Judy. She asks, how would you compare Royal Caribbean Carnival to NCL or MSC?
Well,
I've only been on Carnival and Royal Caribbean, and I haven't been on Carnival in many years, so I don't think it would be fair for me to.
It's not fair for me to answer also because I'm loyal to Royal. 49 cruises on Royal, so sorry, can't answer it.
I've been on 2 Carnival, 1 Princess, and many Royal Caribbean cruises. This is my 5th Royal Caribbean cruise. I thought Carnival was okay, and I live in. They have an older Carnival ship, the Carnival Elation that goes out of Jacksonville, and I did, try them probably about 10 years ago. But then I went on Enchantment of the Seas, and I just like the experience that I have on Royal Caribbean ships more. Not that there's anything wrong with Carnival, because it all depends on what you're looking for. There's nothing bad about Carnival. I just prefer going on Royal Caribbean. I've heard a lot of good things about Norwegian. I'd like to try them sometime. I know you're going on a Norwegian cruise soon.
Yep, absolutely. I actually have the Norwegian Escape booked next year. So
and the Princess, I didn't really have a great experience on Princess. I will tell you that.
Let me sum this up. Royal is the best, okay? Yeah. If you want to go cruising, cruise on Royal, okay?
But we're not biased.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being on our show. Go eat. Have a fantastic rest of your cruise adventure. We will see you guys later on.
Hey, thanks for having us.
You. Yep, no problem, guys. Cheers. So, this week, coming on for the Show Us Your Face segment, we have Gale Condi. Oh, I am so sorry if I mispronounced your name. Gail Condi. There we go, a little bit better there. Pictured here with a very large and interesting type of hat. If you guys want to be featured on our show for the Show Us Your Face segment, you guys can send your pictures to photos@cruising.tv. let us know where the picture was taken, and who knows, you guys may be featured on our show coming up. And again, that's photos@cruising.tv. So next up, you know her, you love her. She runs the largest cruising group on Facebook with nearly 100,000 members. Carnival Cruisers, past, present, and future. It's Cheers with Chalet. Hey Chalet, how is it going? Oh, we cannot hear her. Slight technical difficulty. So, anyway, so while we get that worked on, let me tell you guys about who we're having on for our next guest. So, we are going to be talking with the Port of St. Martin. Bernard is a local tour operator there on the island. So, if you haven't been there or you have a cruise planned to St. Martin, watch our show next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we get to learn all about St. Martin. Do we have technical audio issues fixed yet? Shelley, can you hear us? Gonna go with a no for now. Lovely little freeze frame there. So we have two different cruises coming up this year too. We have our next one coming up, and it's coming up faster than I even realized. We have the Kelly Brewer cruise with Cruise Life, and that is the spring break cruise coming up on March 29th. That is less than 2 months away right now. I'm a bit nervous and excited. It's going to be my second cruise ship, so I feel a little bit better having all these experts come on. And again, that's going to be March 29th. And then later on, we have the Carnival Triumph with Carnival Cruisers Past, Present, and Future. And that's going to be our main one for Cruise Week Season 2, where we're bringing on 5 first-time cruisers from all around the world even. And I'm super excited to be able to meet them and to just show our whole entire live stream adventure with you guys. So for the next one coming up on March 29th, we are hitting a lot of different ports. So I am super duper excited, and I'm glad because I get to meet a whole bunch of new people. I'm going on a different ship that I haven't been on before, the Carnival Triumph. If you guys are going on the March 29 ship, make sure you guys say hi and come and contact us there. I accidentally hit the chair button, so I'm sinking down a little bit there, but that's okay. Anyway, guys, so I hope you have had a fantastic time with us. Oh, are we getting the audio back from Chalet? Chalet, can you hear us? We can see her, but we can't hear her. How is your ASL today? If you sign to me, I can interpret for you, but we think she's restarting her phone. Sorry, guys, we are having slight amount of technical difficulties. But again, we have been introducing Shelly to some new technology to try to get her stream a little bit better, a little bit more efficiently. So dealing with a lot of new different types of technologies, you're gonna run into little bumps here and there. Hopefully, you guys understand a little bit. So we have also want to give a shout out for vMix for providing us with our live production software. Bird has been absolutely going crazy about vMix. He loves it. He says it's a lot smoother, a lot better working than some of our previous technologies. So we just want to thank you guys so much at vMix. And if you guys are doing a live stream production, you should try out vMix. It is really, really great. It is the video mixing software. Absolutely love it. Bird, how do you feel about vMix? You've been telling me a lot about it, and he says that I can hear him in my head. He's like, yes, we are so glad to have it.
Yeah, I'm actually right over here.
Oh, there he is in the picture. Hi.
Hi.
You can see his little colorful keyboard over there, and that is not for making dubstep music.
No, I feel kind of like a DJ because I got like the two things going and a little mixing thing in the middle. But no, I'm actually enjoying myself with the vMix system. It's really good. And they're improving it all the time. So that's one of the good things. And let's see if we actually got Chalet. No. She keeps trying to come back in. I keep seeing it on our system. But she's trying from a cell phone. So part of the problem we're having is I think she's got other programs running,
Mm-hmm.
and she goes to take notes or answer messages, and that kills the audio. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I've told her, leave it alone, don't touch it. And it was going right up to like 30 seconds before we were due to go to her. She blanked out.
Well, again, these technical things do happen. Do you remember how much technical difficulty we had while on the ship? While we were
Oh,
running
yeah.
around there, we've had quite a lot of, oops, I tripped over this cord by accident and kind of canceled the stream, or bumping into the wrong place, or hitting the wrong button. Even just doing some of our promo videos for the midweek, we'll try recording some things and like, oh no, the audio wasn't working, or the playback wasn't working, or we really need to make a blooper reel for some of these promos because it usually
Oh,
goes
yeah.
super well the first time, but after that first time, God help me because it just goes downhill from there. Chalet, you're back! Are we able to hear you? I heard some audio. I can hear some things. But can she hear us is the main question. Try plugging your headphones in and out and see if that works. Getting technical advice from my head. Usually you take medications for voices in your head. Unless you're a TV
Yep.
host, then it's completely normal.
Exactly. I'm
Exactly.
feeding it right into her ears.
It says I'm connected.
Yay,
We
we
hear
can
you.
hear her! We can hear
It
you
says
and
I'm
we can see
connected.
you. Awesome. Can
Chalet.
she hear us? Chalet, are you able to hear me?
Chalet. We
Maybe
can hear
not.
you.
We can definitely hear her. I think she just needs to plug in her headphones. Again, this is some new technology, so we're definitely roughing out some of the small edges with it. But again, that's to be expected.
Yeah.
We can hear her. Her video's up. She's unable to hear us on the audio side, but don't worry, we're going to get that sorted out in just a couple
We
of
will try.
moments.
Can you
So-
hear me, Matt?
Yes, we can hear you, Chalet. Can you hear us?
She can't. Now she can't hear us.
I don't know if you can hear me or not. I heard the entire conversation.
We can
but
hear
I
you.
cannot hear you.
We can hear you now. See, this is why everyone should know American Sign Language. It's really helpful in some different situations like this. I've actually taken ASL for 2 years when I was in college. Absolutely loved it. It's come in handy quite a bit. When we go to different ports, a majority of the language that you're probably going to bump into is
Okay.
Spanish or Portuguese. I think
Can you
we
hear me?
might have gotten Chalet back. Chalet, I can hear you. Are you there?
Oh my Lord! Can you hear me?
Now.
Yes, we can hear you, but your video is unfortunately frozen.
Great!
Ah, the technical difficulties. Oh, there we go. We got you. Can you hear us? We can hear you and see you now, I think.
Okay, let's start over. Here we go. 1, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, it's Cheers with Chalet. Anyway, so she's going to be telling us all about her hometown in Galveston, Texas. Take it away.
Hold on. Bird is pissed. Anyway, I have my notes. Okay, so we're talking about Galveston. Oh, wait. First, I need to say, I was given some helpful hints from the last episode that I need to stop moving my hands so much. So I have to stop doing that because apparently it's annoying. So thanks, Andy. Anyway, okay, so you're coming to Galveston, and I picked out a few things that I thought people might want to know about Galveston. What would be food, lodging, and some entertainment. So Bird is going to put in the comments, he's going to post the links for us for each of the recommendations I'm going to make. So first of all, you want to get some food. So there's the Spot. It's this fabulous hamburger joint on the seawall. Best burgers on the seawall. They've got fried pickles, onion rings. They have a dessert counter. Sorry, I'm moving my hands again. I have to sit on my hands. They have a dessert counter. It's delicious. You'll have to get that to go because you'll be stuck. It's on the seawall. Actually, the spot has 5 venues in one, and you can go, there's several bars, but the spot is where you want to get a burger. I'm feeling a little paranoid. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can still hear you. You're still there. Don't worry, we got you.
I just want to make sure. It's been a rough night. Sorry about the hand.
It's okay. We always have those.
Also on the seawall, you have the Brick House Tavern and Tap. It's a casual, but still kind of an upscale cuisine. They have craft beers. They have bistro-style food. They've got a really nice patio and out that you can sit outside and sit by the water, and people and sit outside. It's great. Great atmosphere. If you want to dine inside, they have a big fireplace, some really comfortable seating. It's nice. You want to get breakfast on the island, the best place to get breakfast in Galveston is called the Sunflower Bakery and Cafe. I can't tell you enough how fabulous it is. Best breakfast. They have pastries. They have anything you could want. It's so good. It's down home, Southern cooking. It's casual. You get there might be a wait, but it's worth it. The next place would be Nick's Kitchen and Beach Bar. This place is actually connected to Guido's Seaside Inn, which is one of the oldest hotels in Galveston, family owned and operated since like 1911. This restaurant, if you stay at the hotel, I mean, they have a pool, they have an outside bar with a hot tub, so it's really nice. You can stay there, you can drink, you can eat. It's casual, but it is seafood, so it's not cheap. You know, there's a lot of seafood, there's a lot of choices like that, so it's, you know, it's not cheap, but it's not super expensive either.
So, Chali, if I was going to meet you in Galveston, Texas, and we have like the whole entire day to ourselves before our ship the next day, what would be like the #1 spot to, like, what would I do for entertainment down there? Like, what's your recommendation for like the best and most fun day plan?
Probably if I went to Galveston, it's a very historical town. It's very old. It was the 2nd largest port in the United States a long time ago, only to New York. And the Strand, it's called the Strand. It's a downtown area of Galveston that you can walk through. There's shops, there's bars, there's food, there's candy makers. You know, it's very, it's so old. And when you walk through, it will remind you a lot. If you've been to New Orleans, it'll remind you a lot of Bourbon Street, the architecture. But sometimes, you know, it's just a fun day to just walk up and down. You can walk in and out of bars and restaurants with your drinks, and you can shop. There's a tattoo place. There's a winery. I mean, there's just all kinds of things to do. Of course, you want to go see the ocean and the seawall. You know, unfortunately, Galveston doesn't have the most beautiful water on the planet, but it's still the ocean, and we love it. So,
I mean, that sounds like a pretty cool type of day, just kind of walking down the strip, enjoying some beer. And you said you could walk out of the restaurants with it?
right, yeah, on the Strand, you can go in and out of restaurants and bars with your drinks. It's kind of reminiscent of Bourbon Street, minus the vomit and pee smell, you know. So, you know, we try to keep it clean over here in Galveston. So.
I mean, if it's called Bourbon Street, I'm assuming I can get a nice old-fashioned there, right?
Oh, there's all kinds of bars. There's a craft brewery on there called the Brews Brothers. They have all kinds of beers. You got Yaga's that's been there forever. They're kind of a Jamaican style thing going on. And a little tip, the Strand is 1 block from the cruise terminal. You can literally walk there from the ship. So there's also some hotels, which was my next thing on the list, was lodging. The Harbor House is a few blocks away from the cruise terminal. It's in that old part of Galveston right there on the Strand. Also lodging, I mentioned earlier about Nick's Kitchen and Beach Bar. Guido's Side Inn, I wrote it down here. Family owned and operated, Guido's and the hotel since 1911.
Wow.
It's a hotel. I mean, you know, it's not the Waldorf Astoria, but it is old. It's older, but it's cheap and it's clean, and they do keep it updated. And right next door, you got an awesome place for dinner and drinks. You got a pool, you got a hot tub. They also offer free parking. They don't have a shuttle to the cruise, but you can leave your car there for the week if you drove in somewhere local and you just want to park and take a taxi.
So speaking about different shuttles, we actually have Pippa asking, what's the best way to get from Houston to Galveston? That's going to be time efficient and money efficient as well.
I'm sorry, I had to take a moment. This question irritates me only because why is it so hard to get from the airports in Houston to Galveston? I feel for the people coming here, the extent that they have to go to find a way. You can either pay, don't quote me precisely, but I want to say that the Carnival transfer from Intercontinental Airport, which, okay, so I live in League City, Texas. I'm about 30 minutes from Galveston. Intercontinental, Houston is its own country. Intercontinental Airport is over an hour from me, and you're still in Houston. You try to get there to Galveston. If I was correct, round trip, it's like $125 to get a shuttle to take you round trip from that airport. I know. I love you know, living here. It's so convenient. Mom, we hop in the car. She drops me off. I'm good to go. Do we have any millionaires out there? If anybody, contact me privately via Facebook. If you'd like to invest in $1 million company, I'm telling you right now, this is how to make it. You get a shuttle company like they have in Miami, like SAS Transportation, with Stephen Sadowski. You get a company like that can take you for $15 per person one way from the airport to the cruise ship. You need a fleet of vans. You contact me. I've got a plan in mind, because I that's the only thing I'll say. Unless you're driving in or you have family here that can take you, it is a challenge finding transportation other than what Carnival provides. From the air, now Hobby Airport is only about 45 minutes from Galveston, but generally the airfare tends to be higher. You know, I mean, this is something that I've been thinking about for a couple of years. Please, if you're a millionaire, call me. Let's do this. Let's make this business happen.
So we are slowly running out of time on the end of the show. So do you have a quick minute to wrap it up?
Let me real quick. Guido Seaside Inn. You got the Hilton Galveston Island Resort. You got the Hotel Galvez, built in 1901 for lodging. Something fun to do while you're in Galveston. Seg City. It's a Segway tour. Do the magical history tour. Find out so much neat history about Galveston. Schlitterbahn is in Galveston. Of course, it's seasonal. It's a water park. Super fun for the kids. You got the Pleasure Pier, which is very touristy, but you know, you gotta go. And then the duck tour. It's an amphibious vehicle that you can take in the water. It goes all over Galveston. It's super fun. But anyway, so I know we're running out of time. I can't quit talking. I'm still moving my hands.
Well, thanks for being back on, Chali. We will look forward to you in the next, from 2 weeks from now. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so Joe is back next week. Again, that's going to be Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the 10-minute pre-show, so if you guys want to join us at 7:50 p.m., feel free to come in where we just kind of talk behind the scenes and just chit-chat with you and tell you about our week. So we have, again, Joe coming for next week. So I am super excited to see how his second show goes. I know he was a little bit nervous the first time, but I remember my first time, I was super nervous too, but I think he did a fantastic job. So, guys, thank you so much for liking us. We reached over 100,000 views on some of our videos. That is amazing. I am so excited to see that. So, it's all up thanks to you guys, too. So, we just want to thank you guys so much. If you guys really love us a lot, give us a like, a share, tell your friends about us. It really helps us out and it really helps promote our site as well. You can go to cruiseweek.tv/support too if you would like to leave some extra love for us. If you guys donate a little bit, you get to be in the inner circle group for Reality the Float, which lets you come in and find out some different free things that some other people don't get to have right away. So, guys, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed our show tonight. And as always, we'll see you on the ships.